Hey everyone!
Hello. Yo.
Ah, it's so amazing to see Ultima 9 on the big screen. I've been looking forward to this. Yeah, quick intro about... well, first, quick intro to my two co-commentators. You know him, the Rixer.
What's going on?
And Havard.
Hello.
And yeah, it's really special for me to have these two guys, because they have, like, have been really influential in getting me into speedrunning in the first place. Quickly about the game. This is the final and quite the notorious installment in the beloved Ultima franchise. So this series of games has really sort of throughout the 80s advanced the whole genre of the RPG and brought it to where it is today. Unfortunately, this game, even though it was in development for like 5 years, it didn't turn out very well. And if you're wondering who's to blame, I just wanted to show you this.
Ooh, the shots.
All right. Anyway.
All right.
Let's just get started.
Had to do it to him.
Do you want to punch the button, Ricky?
Do I want to punch the button? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So we begin on planet Earth. And we're going to go to this mystical fantasy land called Britannia.
Avatar, arise from your slumber.
I'll never forget
this. The Dragon has invaded Britannia, and Lord British has summoned you. Surely you will not go adventuring without clothes.
We will go adventuring without clothes, actually.
All
right. We're going to bring a few supplies.
To view your surroundings,
very long hands.
Medkit, backpack.
Press and hold
compass. We actually have to grab this stuff before the game allows us to exit the house.
But not your clothes.
Not the clothes.
Yeah, no, not the clothes.
So we're going to start the game through the Debug Room, which is like an Easter egg the developers left in, which allows us to start with some of the really nice armor you get later in the game.
Also, if you didn't know,
and teleport to a bunch of different locations. And we start here Intrinsic, but we're going to go across to Moonglow.
So if you didn't notice, he's jumping with, like, putting the cursor places and jumping there.
Yeah.
It's the best.
So this is like the main glitch which lets us game break, or sequence break, which is, you see the oxygen meter at the top of the screen? We're not supposed to be able to swim across the deep ocean, but because we open and close this book, we get some invincibility frames. So that's all good. Now, in order to defeat the Guardian, the evil Guardian, we have to collect 8 sigils of virtue. So the storyline of the game is that the Guardian has corrupted the virtues of the land. And so we have to bring virtue and justice to the land. Unfortunately, though, we won't be cleansing a single shrine in this run, so I guess the whole land will remain unvirtuous until the end of time.
We're just gonna pretend like we're very nice.
We're gonna get the vouchers for for doing good deeds without doing any of them. Well, we will get rid of the big bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movement is actually like very interesting. You know, normally you would have thought that running around is faster, but this is actually good. And his crosshair placement is actually like quite well thought out to save jumps and whatnot. So that's just an interesting thing. Ooh, nice slope cancel there.
Yeah, that's basically what you want to do to move fast in this game. Whenever you do like a little slide off a ledge, you save a little bit of the animation of your next jump. And when I'm not jumping, I'm generally trying to strafe, because that's the second fastest movement option. So what I picked up there was a journal that we're going to trade in for some really useful spells that we're going to use later on. Oops.
So you can tell the jumping is very finicky, and
sometimes it can be finicky. But what's even more finicky is sometimes when you have to pick up stuff. Okay.
Super long arms.
Yeah, you can pick stuff as long as it's on the screen, so it's really easy to do that.
So by going to the debug room, you don't choose a class, but I'm sure you could be like a mage and have a telekinetic grab or something, but...
Sure, that's not really necessary.
Yeah, you have it already anyway.
Right. Okay, so here we're going to get the quest that we have to complete to get the first sigil. But before we do that, I better make my first save, because one of the things about this game, if you've ever played it, you know that it crashes a lot. So if I forget to save, you better remind me.
Yeah, help us, chat, remind us.
Okay. hopefully I can remember all the dialogues. That's one of the nice things about speedrunning this game is you can mash through basically every dialogue. So we have to steal a special magical shield for that woman, and then she's gonna give us the sigil.
I love how you can do the camera thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we're supposed to like do a puzzle to get this barrier down, but we just turn our backs and we can grab the shield through the barrier.
It's so stupid.
I think that's the only game where I've seen that being doable, actually.
And actually, shout outs to like the people who've been exploring this game for ages since it came out in 1999. Okay, so this guy, he's being attacked by bandits, but he doesn't realize that we haven't saved him. So he gave us the reward for saving him. We're just gonna get the hell out of there.
Peace.
Continuing the trend of getting
Okay,
rewarded
I'm gonna
without.
do another save here. For some reason, when you talk to this woman, it tends to crash the game from time to time. Okay. So that's the first sigil. That scroll with the hand on. Alright, I think we have time for donation here, if you have any.
Yes, I do. I have $15 from Anonymous, who says, amazing event so far, keep up the good work, smiley face. $5 from this donation is going towards the Gothic language choice. The German language option is still in lead, so if you want to get in there and get the other languages, then do so before we close the bid. $10 from that donation goes towards Monster Hunter World Showcase Behemoth with weakest longswords.
So here I just opened the inventory because that switches off a bunch of enemies' AI.
Not all though.
Not all of them,
Yeah.
but the majority of enemies in this game, if you open your inventory, I guess the developers were just trying to be kind to like new players. They shouldn't be attacked while like managing their inventory. And since you can move while the inventory is open, that's quite imbalanced. Okay, and here I'm going to use that barrel that I threw into the water at the beginning. So the reason why I'm backtracking here is because I got, you see those two spells with the stars? They're going to be really useful in this area here. Now this thing I'm going to do now is not necessarily faster, but I think it's appropriate. So we're going to wear this for a little while. Unfortunately, when we bring out our sword, the barrel is going to disappear into thin air.
Oh, I thought it was going to explode.
I think it's safe to say that this is a barely a game.
Okay, so this the spell I'm going to use now is meant to be a spell just used for scouting. But it has the interesting property that after you cancel it, you can use your next jump to jump through walls. So by doing this, I don't have to do an entire dungeon. We're only going to be entering 3 dungeons in the entire run. There's quite a few in the game. I better save here because this is an area that's crash prone. Oh, doesn't look like we got a crash.
What's he
So I
doing?
use like this fog spell, which is yet another way to disable enemies' AI. So these scary sea monsters won't attack me.
Nice sound.
I could, I could potentially use the, the inventory glitch. The problem is every time I open this book, it closes the inventory. So it wouldn't work out very well, like those two exploits in combination.
What's he getting hit by?
It's the damage from the deep water.
Oh,
obviously that's
okay.
how you sound when you're drowning.
Yeah, all the air escaping from your
All
lungs.
right, we're safe. Okay, good stuff. And the effect of this fog spell, you hear the sound in the background and it's sort of a little bit dark. Sometimes it just doesn't go away for whatever reason. So we'll have to see if it goes away. All right, so now I'm headed to... I have the first 2 sigils. So now I'm headed to you. Their virtue, which has been corrupted, is the virtue of justice. So they're very unjust. And actually, the place where I get the sigil is right in this snowy area. But unfortunately, I have to activate a trigger first. by reading the Book of Justice. So I have to take a little bit of a detour and come back later.
Nice
But
job.
that's okay, because I get another one of those nifty wizard-sized scrolls that lets me jump through walls in the place that I'm going.
The music is so good as well.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it
So
sounds.
that's
kind
actually one of the legitimate things
Yeah.
about this game. It's like an early example of orchestral music in a video game.
yeah, it sounds like it's from a movie or something.
Like they didn't program it very well, like when it fades in and out. But other than that, actually, there's like several songs that didn't even sort of work in the original game before a fan patch. I'm playing on the Good Old Games release of the game, which actually the swimming thing, where I open and close the book, it works a lot better in that release of the game because they capped the frame rate at 30 frames per second. And that means, I think how it works is you just take oxygen damage, like a certain number of ticks per frame.
Yeah.
So when there's less frames per second, these guys.
nice ogre.
So I can't cancel that guy's AI, unfortunately. He's one of the few enemies that
The
where none
special
of the
boy.
tricks work. Yeah.
The music.
I was just gonna say it was dramatic.
Yeah, it's so good. Like
Yeah.
we're far away from danger, but it's still going. Like,
Oh, now we get some of the good music. So I'm going to use the inventory thing again because there's an archer here. It's not really that dangerous. As you can see in the bottom left corner, I brought a med kit from planet Earth. You're not supposed to have a med kit in this fantasy land, but that's one of the benefits about the debug room is you get to bring stuff from planet Earth, where normally you would have all your items stripped when you start the game and draft your class. Okay, so here's whoop, we don't need that. An invisibility potion that we'll be using later on, and another wizard's eye scroll.
Alright. Was that like the boss of the cave that was right there? That you just
Yeah,
walked
yeah, yeah.
past?
So he could one-shot me if I didn't have the
Okay.
inventory open. And sometimes I've like accidentally closed it while running the game.
Okay. Damn.
Alright, I think I should save actually.
there's a lot of nice life lessons in this game. Like if you just want to avoid something, just open your backpack and
This
just like
jump
walk
is actually
away.
tricky. Okay. So here there's like an entire puzzle you can skip by reading the tiny corner you can maybe make out of a book through that shelf. You're supposed to do like a puzzle that makes the shelf disappear, but we didn't need to do that.
They left a crack
Right.
in the bookshelf.
Alright, so now we're just going to be heading back to the snowy mountain. So I guess now would be a good time for a donation or two.
Yes, sir. We have one $15 donation from Emiku-chan, who says, Halo 2 1v1 sounds hilarious. So hype for these runs. Halo 2 will be on Wednesday at 11, just in case you weren't wondering. I would also like to take a moment to shout out our partner Malmö City. They're the host for our event, and we would like to thank them for supporting us and making us feel at home. Thank you so much.
Yeah, shout outs to Malmö. This is actually the second time I'm here this summer. I was here for a concert early on.
Good city.
By the way,
Nice
this is
sound
my first time at ESA, so really happy to be here and happy that ESA trusted me with this run.
Weren't you gonna go last year as well?
Was I?
I think I thought
considered going to winter, but I had some exams and stuff. So.
that tornado in the back.
No, that's
Yeah.
like one of the big columns that not the Avatar. We are the Avatar.
Yeah, the evil men.
The Guardian,
Yeah.
who doesn't. I
Okay.
mean, why is the evil guy called the Guardian? That's another question. But he used these columns to corrupt the virtues, so that's like the storyline. We don't really
Right, okay.
see. Well, we get to see one of them up close.
So they're
actually.
called columns.
columns.
It's evil cylinder.
Okay, evil cylinder.
Yeah, not anything else.
This guy tests us in justice. And apparently, we passed the test, so now we have another sigil.
Thanks, Crow.
It's a vulture,
Articu-
birds right.
Articuno.
basically. Okay, I'm gonna
Oh,
have
the
to bring
tech.
up my sword soon, so I hope you enjoyed the barrel.
Oh, the first dungeon. Let's go.
Yeah, first dungeon of the game.
Where everyone quits.
Yeah, this is actually where I quit originally. But if you jump into this wall here, you can quickly get out of bounds. But we have to get inbound again pretty quickly because we can only load the next area of the dungeon from inside the dungeon. Luckily, we can do that here. We need to pick this up to do a little physics puzzle.
I don't know if you can call this a puzzle. It's like moving.
Oh no, this is a puzzle.
Clearly.
Come on. Luckily, we can get out of bounds again here. The thing is, there's actually quite a few ways to get out of bounds in this game.
Yeah.
Often the trick is getting inbounds again. That can sometimes be the harder part. Alright, I'm gonna have to get rid of the barrel soon. So there's part of the Ultima lore is you have all these companions. And in this game, and like several others in the series, they have turned slightly evil. And we can redeem them, but it's quicker to kill them.
Brilliance falls on castle walls.
Great. Sorry, YOLO. His name is actually YOLO. It's pretty cool.
Good name. I remember when we played this, and like we laughed for a long time. I think when we saw his name.
So this
Is
is
it spelled the same way?
This
No,
is this
I
is
don't
not a
think so.
sigil. This is a so-called glyph, which you would normally use together with the sigils of every area to cleanse the shrines. The only reason we need to pick this up is because it activates a trigger later on in the game, which spawns the mayor of Britain.
That was a really cool jump out of the boss room, by the way.
Yeah, it's really convenient that they left a literal gaping hole in the roof that you can jump out of. Otherwise, this whole out of bounds thing would be much less useful. Okay. Oop.
Also, don't confuse Britannia with the Britain, the real one.
Right.
This is the fictional place of Britannia.
Well, if you go to the place, which we unfortunately won't be doing in this run, they actually play the song "Rule Britannia." Okay. So I guess we get to see the dungeon a little bit as it's supposed to be played. And if you accidentally double press that button, you get locked in, so good thing I didn't do that. Which reminds me, I should be saving.
Hit that one.
Oh.
Or two.
Yeah.
Oh, one.
There's no autosave in this game, so if it crashes, which is pretty likely, then you go back to the last save. But luckily it only takes like 1 or 2 seconds to save.
Man, that flute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Amazing.
The movement.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
are you?
We're
Okay.
going to have a pretty long trek out of bounds here in the overworld. So I guess now is a pretty good time for some donations.
Yes. First, I would actually like to thank our another partner of ours, which is Western Digital Black. They're actually a returning partner of ESA, and they have a NVMe SSD that provides the speed which we speedrunners need. They're also providing prizes for the marathon, which you can win by donating to the charity in support of the Alzheimer's Foundation. And that's it for right now.
All right. So Havard, maybe you want to take this time to tell us about
Why?
how we got to know each other.
Sure thing. So there's a thing called Run Invalid where we like route unrouted games, and we picked this game for like a casual one that was supposed to take like a few months, and we were playing the game and realized how horrible it was and found some skips, but then we like dropped it and just like let everything like I don't know die. But then ElCid came along and suddenly routed the game, and since then he's been a part of the Run Invalid family and been routing a bunch of very similar quality games.
Questionable games.
Yeah. One of which he will be doing in
So,
the awful relay.
Fun fact, actually, the building you see on the right-hand side is an unused dungeon, which I guess you can go explore on your own if you want. You do need the, unless you know the speedrunning strats to get out of bounds, you probably need a cheat command to get there.
I would be surprised if not many people found like you just jump and then you're out of bounds all of a sudden.
So I hope I'm going in the right direction here. It can be a little hard to see where you're going when you're out of bounds. You have to turn left a little bit. So basically now we're going to go kill a big scary dragon, which we're later going to use to prove our valor. Because that's what valorous people do, apparently. Alright.
Just like we got the writ of honesty by not being honest in the town.
Right.
Are you honest?
I might actually have...
Yes.
Yeah, and now we learned about justice by talking to a bird.
So I went slightly the wrong way, but that's okay.
There's
actually
an
have
evil
a-
cylinder again.
I have a PB in one of the other categories in this game where I died here. So. Oh. Oh shit!
Called it.
Oh, this isn't good.
Was that the last
I
save?
was
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I was literally
Guys, this is why you have to remind me.
right as you died. I was actually just gonna say you should save.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah, perfect.
Uh,
It's okay. We can do all of this again.
The thing is, I think I can actually increase the draw distance, which will make it a bit easier to navigate out there.
we get to see the cool movement again.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh my god!
Hey!
Of course it does.
Hey!
Of course it does.
Of course. Great game.
Sure, it's the Ultima game.
Alright.
Is the sound gone? No, yeah, it's here. Yeah. Just delay the music. Yeah, I remember when we played the game, we tried to like figure out what to do, and there's really nothing makes sense. So we found like a guide that was like I don't know how many 100 pages long, and just try to figure out what to skip like piece by piece.
Right.
But we never actually finished the game that way because we gave up before then.
Yeah, for the run and valor thing, isn't the game supposed to be a lot like shorter than something like of this length?
Yeah, we pick a random game though, so it's impossible to know, right?
Yeah, it's hard to estimate that kind of length,
Yeah.
but normally you would want it like not an hour, I would say.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna do this, turn up the draw distance a little bit.
Remember to save.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 or 1. Sorry. Sometimes it's why is it 2? Why is it 1 sometimes?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just whatever key I sort of get to
Okay.
quickest.
Yeah.
You can call it a save whatever you want. So.
Well, there's something fast.
Yeah.
You can't call it like biology.
I
That's a
think
long
I
word.
instinctively
Biology.
go
Yeah,
to
it's long.
2 because that's often what I use to navigate some of the dialogues on the game. So you know when you're choosing your dialogue options.
So I'm assuming when you died to like the lava plane
Yeah.
close by. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't actually see exactly how far it goes out.
Yeah. So that's a classic in many games.
Right. And there you can see a little bit of water.
The water sound is like actually extremely loud for no reason.
Yeah. I think I got a little bit too far to the right because I was focusing on
The
that
room.
dungeon. Yeah.
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 Remember to save.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice skull on the room.
Yeah,
there.
actually, that torch thingy there is a good thing to navigate by.
Yeah, I remember.
I should still be able to. Well, we'll see. I think I should still be able to beat the game in under an hour.
Yeah, no, you're probably
Yeah,
fine.
you're good. Save though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
save.
It's getting
1.
scarily close to lava.
Yeah, when we
All right,
first. Oh,
So luckily, you're supposed to melt this ice to get into this dungeon, but luckily, you can just touch the trigger.
Ah, that's
from out
loud.
of bounds. Yeah. So this is actually one of the longest dungeons in the game, where you have to collect a bunch of magical eggshells to lower this magical barrier. Luckily, though, we have a barrier skip.
This dungeon is horrible, by the way,
'Cause,
casually.
Because this barrier here, it actually sort of, you can manipulate it with your camera and just sort of strafe past it. So that's barrier skip.
There you go.
And here there's like a big dragon, which I skipped the trigger which activates its AI. So I could just slap it.
I feel like that's a running theme.
Hey.
Thanks everyone.
Oh, the
So that's the dragon's head.
wait.
It's actually sort of RNG how long it takes for the head to spawn.
Save.
Oh,
So Gotta be a little careful because you can actually accidentally touch the cutscene trigger on the way out of the dragon chamber.
One.
Is it like a game I were calling with?
Do another barrier skip. Okay, so I'm gonna be using this invisibility potion soon to get past the guy who's blocking the way. You can do it without the invisibility potion, but that just means there's a chance that he might kill you.
Can we
She
just
basically thanks us that we killed the dragon, which killed her.
Thanks for avenging me.
So this guy here, he's gonna talk to me even though he can't see me, and he's gonna follow me around. Oh, no. Okay, so we're gonna have to do something that takes a little bit longer time. Lure him out here. But you can actually do it a little bit faster.
I like his stance. Like, come at me, like the arms out.
So that thing's a bit scary. It can kill me pretty quickly with its fireballs. So there's actually a glitch that can occur sometimes where you remain invisible for the rest of the game. So we'll have to wait and see if that happens.
Is that useful?
It saves like a few seconds in one place.
Okay.
It's weird because you're not invisible to all enemies.
Just some.
Some enemies and a certain door that stays open
Okay.
because it can't see you.
Because dwarves can see things, of course.
Alright.
Classic.
So that was a puzzle.
Oh wait, the skeletons like they just didn't attack you?
Yeah, they were actually zombies.
Oh. I don't know. That's a skeleton.
There's a demon in this next room who doesn't spawn, even though his hitbox is still there. And you can maybe hear him laugh. No, it's a little bit hard to hear over that
Was
massive sound effect.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
yeah.
to interrupt, but I have
Go ahead.
some very juicy
Yeah, go ahead.
donations. We have $50 from Anonymous.
Wow.
It's actually going towards the Gothic language options. So finally
Save.
we have German and Polish closing in on each other. So if you want to snipe that, do that before the bid war closes. Then we have a $5 donation from Suicide Machine, who says, "By the way, viewers, this is one of the better games we picked for running about." Really.
It's true.
Ask Howard about Neurohunter or Chaser.
Neurohunter is amazing.
And then another donation of $50 from Squibbins, who says, "It is amazing to see an Ultima game being run at this event. Good luck, ElCid, on sort of saving the world with the Avatar."
Thanks, Squibs.
Shoutouts to Suicide Machine, he's a good boy.
Shout out to Squibs, who is considering the mad project of playing like a marathon of every single Ultima game.
Oh man.
That would be amazing if you could pull that off.
Are some of them like a lot longer than this one?
I'm not sure actually. This is the only one I've run. I think some of them are a lot shorter.
Yeah.
It also
Okay.
depends on the category.
yeah.
Sure.
So this is the mayor
Where are you? Look
who's
out,
out
Mayor.
looking for his daughter who's been kidnapped. And there's a rat that's attacking him, even though it's not actually attacking him because the cutscene's kind of bugged. Oh, it is.
Oh. It's got like a magical shield almost.
And there's a guy who's supposed to be saving him. And if he saves him, then the cutscene will actually be extended. So I hope he doesn't save
Oh,
him.
there he is.
There he is. Oh, yes, he's getting stuck. Okay, good. And that guy's like punching the air.
Oh man. I love these buggy games. It's just joy.
It's like the perfect age of a game as well, where it's like barely 3D.
Yeah. So fun fact, this game actually came out 1 year after Ocarina of Time. And another fun fact, when I got this, I don't remember if it was 99 or 2000. It initially didn't run on my computer. And my dad felt so sorry for me that he bought me another game, which was Ocarina of Time. So if it wasn't for Ultima 9, I probably wouldn't have ever played Ocarina of Time. So the daughter, she still doesn't think she's saved, but she's going to come around in a minute. Oh, there she goes.
Yeah, so the world is it's an open world. So he's been doing things out of order.
Yeah.
Because he could do the skipping across the ocean with the logbook thing.
So normally you would open new areas by cleansing shrines, and you have this pirate friend who who will sail you to new destinations as you complete areas, but we don't need that. So that was the Heart of Compassion. So basically the thing about the main area, Britain, their compassion has been corrupted, so they've decided to send all their sick and poor people to this swamp town. And unfortunately, they're going to continue doing that in perpetuity.
Remember to save after this.
Yeah, I probably should have saved before, actually. These whims, like if you're doing like, if I'm doing PB attempts, I try to let the meter go down as far as possible, because I don't want to open and close the book any more times than necessary. Okay. So I believe we've completed the donation incentive to find out what a paladin is, and that's coming up before too long.
I don't think I've seen what this is.
Oh, it's really good.
I'm not ready.
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Not quite yet. We have to. We're gonna get the fake sigil first. There's like a cutscene where a guy called Blackthorn, one of the main henchmen of the Guardian, destroys the Goblet of Honor. So we get a regular old goblet, which we can then later infuse with honor.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is actually where our invisibility thingy comes in handy, because this door here would normally close ahead of us. This arrow could kill me. Nope, I killed it.
That's an arrow?
Yeah, it's like a magical arrow that if it points towards you as you're moving, it will shoot you and can one-hit kill you sometimes.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
so
that
this is
glyph
actually
is so useful.
Yeah, because this dungeon is actually relatively long. And you're supposed to do like a puzzle to remove this statue, but you can sort of touch the trigger for the teleport underneath. Oh! Almost died there. Okay. Gonna use this glitch again. So that glass cube is supposed to ask me for a password, but I can actually complete what I need to do in here before that happens. Oh, no! Okay, that's pretty bad.
Hello, Avatar.
Okay, we're gonna have to watch this
I mean,
cutscene now.
all cutscenes are good, so.
Sure.
Wait a moment, hero. I didn't come here to fight you. As you can see, I have something that you need. As it turns out, you have something that I need as well,
Nope.
namely the red and blue lenses.
What?
Therefore,
What are those things?
for the trade,
Who knows?
the lenses for the chalice.
Oh, we have to say stuff. I haven't done this for ages.
The pursuit.
Yeah, because you normally skip this, right?
Okay,
See
now
what your stubborn refusal has earned you. Let's see how you succeed in your quest now. You'll never cleanse the shrine.
we won't.
We could be great friends,
Fair
but
enough. Fair enough. All right, so we get one of these regular chalices. Okay, so that was a bit of a time waste, but I guess we had fun.
Hello again.
So that's Shamino.
What?
Wait, no. Is that Shamino? I forget what their names are.
it's okay. I don't
What is
think
his
it
name?
matters.
Dupre. Yeah. That's actually the main paladin guy.
It's like the ghost that shows up in Harry Potter. The guy with
What
the
did you
head.
call him?
Dupre.
No, like his thing. The thing you weren't supposed to say. It's okay. Don't worry.
He's a paladin.
What's a paladin?
Okay, I think unfortunately,
You'll understand, Rick. It's fine.
unfortunately, I actually have to go back a little bit. Because the cube, which is supposed to teleport me out when I don't know the password.
Save. Is
If
that
it's all right, I'd like to quickly mention that we have reached $7,000 donations.
okay?
Amazing.
There we go.
So the arrow actually killed me, even though it didn't look like I died.
The HUD just sort of disappears. Oh my god.
Okay.
The music starts immediately.
This is like one of the tricky areas where I sometimes choke
This is
my
the
arms.
real last boss.
Yeah. No, because the the actual last boss you kill by typing.
Yeah.
Hopefully we
Call
can get
him
this done.
mean things.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Gotta
This is like this is the mirror puzzle eyeball level. I remember this, not fondly.
Let's try this once more.
Remember to save.
No, I can't save in here.
Oh,
I don't think I can. That might mess with the whole timer thingy. I have like 30 seconds to do this. I can't believe I managed to mess it up the other time. Okay, so we're just gonna grab this from before the triggers. That's what we're supposed to do. And now actually I don't have to do anything. I can just mess around. And it's gonna ask me for a password in a second. The problem is if you play the cutscene, it thinks you've already done the password. Okay. And there is like a teleporter pad that can get you out, but you'll appear within the statue itself. So that would have been a bit awkward. Alright, that's that part done. Finally.
You not need the glyph anymore?
No, the only reason I kept it was for that jump assist.
Oh, okay.
Okay. These hellhounds, look, they're incredibly fat.
yeah.
Like compared to how skinny their models are,
Yeah, the actual hitbox is like huge.
their hitbox is really big.
They just ignore you because of the backpack thing. Yeah.
So now we're gonna go to Trinsic to get the quest, which will infuse the regular old goblet with honor. Oops.
Nice plot.
That jumps.
So the sentences are so good. Like, oh, we're here. It's time soon.
Well, not actual time.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Like time for a thing.
I'm bad at picking up on these things. You said I'll understand in a minute, but I don't know
Well,
about
it's
that.
like an old meme.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like probably the only known meme that this game has.
Yeah, it's like an Ultima running joke that's really bad about this game. I mean, I guess we could explain like why it's bad.
Synovia,
Maybe I should see it
get me
first.
another mug
Yeah.
of that fine beer.
Let the viewers at home see
And
it
pour
first.
one for
Yeah.
yourself, too.
You're in high spirits today.
So this guy's house has been attacked by spiders. Gonna help him with that. Okay, there's gonna. If you're wearing speakers at home, you might want to just like turn them down a little bit because these ghosts in here they speak pretty loudly.
Who are you to come here? You living weaklings! You are the ones who lost the
Luckily, they get cut
Cut.
off when you get further away.
Abort.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of pest control in this game.
Yeah.
A lot of people need help.
Alright, here we go. This is the Blacksmith. Oops. So before we do this, I better just turn on.
Save as well?
We need avatar voice.
You need to save as well?
Sure. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
How are you today? I thought that I knew all of the paladins around here. Do you need some weapons made, or are you looking to buy some goods?
Okay.
What's a paladin?
Why, Trinsic is the home of the paladins.
Ah.
They're heroic paragons of chivalry.
Sorry, I must be going.
I just love that Harrison Ford voice. I think we can listen to that once more.
How are you today?
What's a paladin?
Why, Trinsic is the home of the paladins. They're heroic.
Alright, once more.
Sorry.
So it needs
How
to
are
be
you?
explained afterwards.
What's a paladin?
Why, Trin?
Sorry.
Alright, enough of that. Thanks for everyone for donating to that incentive. And I hope-
Speaking of donating, I
Yeah.
have a fitting donation for that.
Awesome.
We have one from Duke Jan, which is $5, and they say, "What's a paladin?"
So for those who don't understand it, a
yeah.
paladin is a very well-established thing in Ultima.
Yeah.
And everyone else in this world knows what a paladin is, but you, the paladin,
The guy
Or
who
no-
saved
yeah.
the world like a bunch of times.
yeah, ask who's a paladin. It's like,
So people have like highlighted that line as like particularly outrageous because it really shows how this game ignores the storyline of all the other Ultima games.
like Superman asks like, what's a hero? Like, who's Superman?
Yeah.
So before we infuse or do the spider quest to infuse the goblet with honor, we're going to go to get the Dagger of Valor. And in fact, we're actually going to get it twice. Because there's two iterations of it in the game. One which is only supposed to be used for a specific cutscene, but by diving under some lava, you can actually grab it. That's what we're going to do.
I love the sentences so much. Diving under lava.
Yeah.
It's like, of course that works.
Because
in this
they
game.
left a hole in the floor.
Of course they did.
It was like perfect when I discovered it was there under the lava. Like, can I get this? Yes, of course I can.
Of course you can.
Oh, I love the sliding sound as well.
Okay, there's a really scary guy here, so I better save once
And
more.
open the backpack. No, you're not going to open the backpack.
No, it doesn't work with him.
Oh.
Of course it doesn't.
But this guy can one
Oh,
shot
no.
me. Oh, swing and a miss.
He almost dabbed on you.
So we have to read the Book of Demonology in order to kill some demons later on.
Can he kill you on the way out too?
Yep.
Oh no.
But he's
Okay.
pretty slow. The only problem is if you land like right in front of him. That's when it you normally die.
That's what happens if you don't.
So these are
prepare
actually
for
the guys who will ask me to kill the dragon, but I've already done that. But we still have to get the quest first. I'll get the dragon. Okay.
He has.
There's quite a lot of dialogue here. I basically have to coax these guys into helping me kill the demons. And the blue guy here, Eris, he's gonna be a coward and give the sigil to the demons because he thinks that's gonna be a good idea. All right, so here we're gonna use this fire protection spell. Dive into the lava. Oh, and there's the dagger, the first one. Better heal up a little bit.
That sound.
Gonna talk to this dying mage. So here I'm using like I'm jumping and opening and closing the book to skip the trigger that would close that door otherwise. I use my bottle to open the door in the first place.
They're just
Okay. Alright, we have a bit of a cutscene here where because we've already removed the dagger, when he tries to summon the dagger and give it to the demon, he's gonna come up short. But I guess you can read a donation here if you want.
Yes, certainly. This is quite a long one. It's $15 from Ryan213.
Do what you have
He says, a poem called Ascension. Let me tell you a tale of a man named Bump. He fell on his head and it left a great lump. Then he fell on his butt, quite hurting his rump. He visited Steve, a kind man, not a grump. When Steve asked, how do you manage that lump? He simply said, I cannot walk, I jump and I yump. Do we have time for more?
I believe it would be so easy, but you.
Yeah, one more.
One more?
So the sigil's supposed to come up from the fire.
Are your heroes now?
We have another $20 donation from Anonymous.
Remain cowering in your burrows.
No incentive.
I and my brothers now
Thank you all
possess
for your donations
treasured
and the lovely
sigil
poem.
of valor.
So for the poem, the game is called Ultima 9 Ascension, right? That's the.
Yeah.
That is the So that's why the poem was extra good.
Alright, so that's the first guy who's going to help us out fight the demons, and this is the other guy. And he gets really mad because we call him a coward. Unfortunately, I skipped past that pretty quickly. This guy, though, not going to help him. Actually, if you try to help him, the Guardian will like use his telepathy to kill his mind. From like really
Kill
far
his
away.
mind?
Or something like that.
So when are speedruns with all the dialogues? Like where you have to listen
So
to
basically, you have to, in order to kill the demon triumvirate, you have to attack them all three at the same time. That's why we need the help of the other guys. This is the one I'm gonna attack. And if you do it fast enough, it just looks like you're attacking like a ball of fire. And this cutscene is pretty bugged. Like, most of the time, this guy here won't actually kill the demon during the cutscene. Better luck next time. Alright, second thing.
Same.
Yeah, good idea.
Quick one.
So actually, we're coming up on the next place where, like, death is a real danger, which is the spider boss. With most fights in this game, though, by just spamming the med kit, you can avoid dying. But sometimes stuff will just one-hit kill you, and there's not much you can do.
Have you specifically saved the med kit for this boss fight?
I've been using it throughout the run, actually.
Oh, it's like
it's just like
it's not like a one-time use.
No, that's the thing about the med kit. It means I don't have to use any health potions.
Okay.
I don't have to pick any up. I don't have to use any of them.
Yeah,
because you can use it as many times as you want.
You're not supposed to bring it with you.
No.
Yeah.
Because we'd use the debug room.
Yeah. But the strange thing is, though, on planet Earth you can't even take any damage. So why would they put a thing there that can heal you, that you can only use there, where you can't take damage?
You need to learn that they exist, I guess, or something.
Yeah,
like
something like that.
Better expect to take damage because that looks like a med kit, I guess. I don't know.
I guess they wanted it there as an Easter egg if you wanted to like explore the debug room just for fun.
I mean,
that makes sense.
Could be. It could also be like a relic of the development.
Like in the game manual, it actually refers to the debug room and says like, warning, if you start the game like this, you might break your game and your computer.
Oh god.
So for the next runner, if the PC doesn't work, I'm sorry. Alright. So here we have to first kill these smaller spiders, and then the big spider will spawn. Oh. And sometimes, we'll see if it happens, sometimes during this fight, these two NPCs will start attacking one another.
You want that to happen?
It looks funny.
Okay.
Because they're supposed to be on the same side. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he's attacking his friend. Oh no! So I died because he wasn't helping kill the spider. And it's actually sort of RNG how many sword attacks it takes to kill the spider boss.
Of course.
Because there's like a spread of damage how much
the sword hit
on the sword, yeah.
They're everywhere! Look out!
Amazing voice acting.
Yeah.
There's actually a really rare Japanese version of the game.
Really? Is there actually other multiple languages?
Yep. There's a Japanese, a German, and a French.
You need to check them if some are faster.
But you can't. Okay, cool.
Is this the?
Or is the problem that
the problem is you can't set the language. You have to buy the game in other languages.
Oh yeah, on GOG.
No, they only have the English there, so you have to buy the original game.
Yeah, and then it might not be faster because of the patches.
Right.
Yeah. Would be funny though.
Definitely.
Listening to German, what's a paladin?
Yeah.
So
or French. Qu'est-ce que c'est un paladin?
I have a question about the spiders though. Can you actually get lucky enough that the NPCs will kill the two smaller ones?
Well, in this case they killed one of them, so I guess it is possible, but it's pretty rare.
Okay.
Alright. So that's the cool Goblet of Honor. Let's have a quick save.
That was the area where I first saw you play this game. Actually, you loaded up.
Right.
You loaded up that part.
So now we have one sigil to go, and then it's off to fight the Guardian.
Fight the Guardian.
Yeah.
Fight him with words.
Serious.
Typing of the dead.
Rap battle.
I should have brought a book and just done the same thing like every time.
So in this next area, we're gonna get the sigil of humility, and of course, to show our humility, we have to complete a quest where we kill some wolves and some vultures, because that's very humble, of course.
Yeah.
Speaking of humble, can I take a few donations?
You certainly can.
All right, we have one from Cernobog. I hope I didn't butcher that too much. It's a donation of $25. They say, great run, love the Scandinavian accents. I would also like to remind everyone that the Gothic bid war for the language choice will be closing soon. Right now we have the German language still in lead with $164, Polish language option with $126, and the English language option with $30.
Wow, I'm really glad you like our Scandinavian accents.
Yeah, I really like that you are enjoying these accents.
I am glad you are enjoying.
So it does look like we're going to be going a bit over time, but
It's all good. I went over time.
Clearly worth it. It's no problem.
Oh, can that guy kill you?
yeah. It takes a few swipes.
Okay. You just never know. Like, I can't really judge by size or anything like that. Sometimes they one-shot you, sometimes they don't, so I just always ask.
Sometimes their size are like
And sometimes,
the whole
look,
planet.
my character just stopped there. I was holding space. He was supposed to jump, and he just stopped in his tracks. So there are some like small inconsistencies in this game.
Ooh,
that's a new type of save.
Oh, the not one, the a half button. That's a Scandinavian keyboard thing, I'm pretty sure, right?
I have no idea.
Unless you don't have that, Havard.
The Scandinavian keyboard?
No, the button next to one is that's a half for us.
Oh yeah, right.
in
You have
Denmark.
the super weird counting.
It's a half and then paragraph and then a bunch of
like
other
2
stuff.
half, fourths, fifths, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Yeah. Don't worry about the estimate. My estimate is super borked later. So.
Oh, the frame rate.
But human eye can only see in like 4 FPS anyway.
So this is actually the toughest dialogue because there's so many options.
It's like DDR.
Nailed it. 315. I sometimes forget that. In my PB, I spent like 10 extra seconds there, I think. Oh wait, we forgot to pick up the spell for this. Okay, that's not good. That is actually pretty bad.
Where was the spell supposed to be?
We're supposed to burn the vulture thingy.
Oh yeah, right.
We
Did you
forgot
not
to
pick
pick that up in the dragon cave, yeah. So
Well, that's not good.
I may have to use a cheat code here. So
Everybody look away. it's
sorry, Speed Police.
fine.
I'm just gonna throw all my stuff on the ground here. Because it disappears when you use this.
Oh, what's he doing?
Oh, don't kill me. Don't kill me.
He wants to gather the
I don't have
goblets.
my med kit out. Okay, better just put that back in there. Real quick. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna have to use equip all spells cheat. Sorry guys, I know this is a strictly non-cheating event.
It would be a massive detour, though, right?
It would be a large detour. Oh, it doesn't work. We need another spell. There we go.
Oh, good lord.
Get wrecked.
Was it the meteor one, the one you used?
I used the Ring of Fire.
Oh, the 3.
Yeah.
Wait, what? That sound effect?
That's when you like remove spells. Okay. Unfortunately, a byproduct of doing this is that we now have like the starting armor, so we can't do the good jumping anymore. But we're like pretty much at the end of the game.
I like the
Sure, I
ambient
get all that
noise of the
stuff.
crow going mad or whatever that is.
So we killed the vulture. Now we have to kill the big wolf down here. Guess I might as well use one of these cool spells now that I have them. Shall we use?
Remember to save.
Yeah.
My god. The gold just dropped from his jaw.
Oh.
See, again, the hitboxes are huge.
You can probably also see my health has gone up significantly. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to happen.
Yeah, should have saved.
Should have
Classic.
saved, yeah.
Yeah, I should have saved. Should have hit the paragraph button. A half.
All right. So actually, when you don't have the long jump trousers, the fastest way to move is by strafing.
So scenic.
Oh, good
Remember
music.
to save now, though.
Yeah. So hopefully we can actually make this jump without those trousers. Oh. Oh, no.
That's a long jump.
Yeah. Alright, I think we're going to leave the med kit here for now. Just get a little extra height. This should be enough, hopefully. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to pull out like the really old strats for this. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna, since we're already cheating.
Nobody saw anything. No, that's intended. It's okay.
Might as well go all the way.
Yeah. What way? I saw nothing. He's the avatar. He
So
can
when you play the no debug room category of the game, where you're not allowed to use the debug room, you have to strafe the whole way through. So it's like this, where you can't see where you're going.
Come here and say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wait, what? Did she not realize that we did the stuff?
Is the vulture not dead?
I think maybe the spell misfired up here. So we're gonna have to try that once more.
Do you still have it, or is it dropped on the floor somewhere?
I have another spell I can
You
use.
have 10, right?
I have 11.
11. Is he not
Also
dead?
seems to be there, right?
I don't see a vulture at least. It's fine. People
Otherwise,
are
I'll just load a save file I have.
people are getting the intended Ultima 9
Experience,
experience.
Yeah. So many things can go wrong.
Yeah, this is about what we remember from trying to route the game. Just
Come
like
here and say goodbye to me.
Yes, I want to say goodbye to you, but you have to give me the thing first. Alright. I'm gonna have to go back in my saves.
At least now you get the armor back.
Yeah. Let's see.
You made a lot.
Yeah, I've been playing this game for a while.
How many can you save?
I don't know.
Infinite?
Alright, here we go.
there, everything's normal. No problem.
Yeah, no clipping happened.
No.
Okay, so we can do the quest as it was supposed to be done. Still a little bit confused why this didn't work.
Oh, the spell goes away?
Yeah, so unless you bind spells to your spellbook, they are one-time use.
And isn't that like really tedious? I remember like going to some...
Right, so it doesn't save time
Yeah.
in this category at least.
Remember to save.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to scroll, yeah.
Did the wolf die?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. This jump is a little tricky.
Ooh, nice.
So now you can see the difference
Oh
between
my
having the
God.
long jump
What?
trousers. You can just get right up there.
Again, like you can see how finicky the jumping is, like the cursor placement, and it's really cool though, like how you can just like don't even need to hold W, just space on the mouse.
I want that brand of pairs of pants. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
So what did she give you?
The crook of humility. You see the shepherd's crook?
I do see
on
it.
On
4,
yeah.
yeah.
So we've been really humble. No cheating and killing animals and...
That was probably the thing. You can't get the crook of humility if you've cheated.
Of course.
Okay. See, we've learned things too.
Yeah.
Throughout this run.
Alright. So now we're off to fight the Guardian. And hopefully be done with this run.
Ultima 9 is full of life lessons.
We're gonna see some books.
Yeah.
Perhaps we're gonna see some books.
Indeed we will. Oh.
Nice jump.
Are you supposed to climb onto the thing? Okay. Swimming is so slow in this game. So you want to try and swim as little as possible.
Do we have time for some donations?
Go ahead.
Yes, we have a really nice one. $50 from Anonymous, and part of this goes towards the Gothic language option. They have chosen the German option, which still means that the German language is in the lead. If you want to get in on that, do that soon, because the bid war is going to be closing. We have another donation from Lopi, $10, and this goes towards The Last of Us, a new game, which is $10 out of 800 as the goal. Thank you so much for donating.
Yeah, that's awesome. By the way, guys, what is your preferred language for Gothic?
For Gothic, I don't think the language matters to me. The game is so amazing. That
Out of the three,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Polish because I have a Polish friend that like told me about that game like way back in 2012. Actually, nice laugh.
I mean, I'm just down with these like old 3D RPGs, so
Good
that
stuff,
language
definitely.
doesn't matter to me.
All right, so this is the Guardian's evil lair. Oh, stunned me. So we're gonna have to sit through a pretty long cutscene here, but it has some pretty delicious voice acting.
I'm ready.
We're basically done anyway. It's okay.
Okay.
You have to encounter the Guardian 2 times, and normally you're supposed to encounter him this time at the middle of the game, but we can actually like push both encounters to the end of the run. So that's some guy that we haven't met.
Hello,
that's the Guardian is the red guy.
Hello, Avatar. I'm glad you're here. Both you and your associate are about to learn the penalty for interfering with my work.
Avatar, tell my daughter that I love her.
Who?
Your daughter.
And he actually misses.
That scream.
The whole game.
Very touching. There.
I actually think his voice acting is
Now
one of the
that
best
he
things
is
about the game.
I think
It's
everything
not
about this
actually
game.
too bad.
You, Avatar.
But some of the writing is really bad.
Blackthorn,
Yeah.
you may leave us now. I would like to speak privately with our friend.
But my lord, I fear that...
I said leave us.
Oh god,
Dramatic zoom in.
that chin only looks like one thing.
Yes, my lord.
Thanos.
Yep,
Red Thanos.
Red Thanos.
He truly is a worm, isn't he? Oh well. I still need him for a while yet. Then I can get rid of him. Now, come over here, Avatar. I have something to teach you. Do you understand yet? Do you see that you...
So you're supposed to attack him, and then you take damage when you attack
all of
him.
your energy,
But because
all
we didn't
the
get any
damage that
extra
you
damage throughout the
inflict
run,
upon
the
me
game thinks we've
is
taken
reflected
damage already.
back
So
onto
it just
your
starts the
self.
second part of the cutscene
It's
right away.
futile, Avatar. You can't hurt me. You can't win.
You can't win.
Are you beginning to see the futility of resisting me, Avatar? Why do you struggle so if you can't win? None can
Get to
stand
the
against
point.
you. You know that
Let's
by
just
now.
fight.
Take, for example, your friends in Skara Brae.
Where? Who?
Yeah, what is that?
True that they have managed to avoid the effects of my columns. But that is of no matter. If I cannot turn a thing, I can at least destroy it.
They don't like eye contact.
If I can't deprive the people of Skara Brae of their spirituality, I will deprive them of their lives.
So there's like a cutscene here where he destroys Skara Brae, but
Where?
I've removed the cutscene from
Oh,
folder just because it makes the game lag a whole lot.
Oh, okay.
Can crash the game.
Perfect.
Your quest is pointless. You cannot and will not win. Think about it, Avatar.
All right, let's go sit in his throne.
We will meet again.
So he teleports us out to like right outside his lair, and actually the gate to this place is supposed to be closed now. But if you enter it fast enough, it just doesn't close. So you can just go right back in, which basically skips an entire dungeon. And even if that hadn't happened, you could also just use physics objects to climb over the walls. So now we're going to go place all these sigils on the very convenient stands in the boss chamber. And then we're going to utter the words of life and then the words of Armageddon. And hopefully I can remember what I have to type.
You typed them enough, right? I think it's fine, right? Maybe?
Right.
Possible?
So actually in my PB, even though I went back and checked and I actually typed the words of Armageddon correctly, it for some reason didn't work the first time around, so I lost like 20 seconds here. I love that sound effect though. That's one of the things I like about this game.
One of the things?
It's just satisfying.
Is it a specific order you have to place
No.
the objects, or is it just anything?
You can put them anywhere you want, and that's also why you can use the duplicate daggers.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Otherwise we would have to get the Ankh of Spirituality, and you can actually only get that after you've done the first encounter with the Guardians. That would mean a lot more backtracking. Okay, brace yourself for the loudest sound effect in the game coming up in a minute. Alright, that was it. Not too bad. Okay, here we go.
Magus, speak now the magic words of life.
Let's see if we got that right. No?
Oh.
Magus,
okay.
speak now the magic words of life.
Okay, here we go. And even though the Guardian's not supposed to be here for this part, so he comes out of the teleporter again.
Can he still save?
So he's there,
Oh.
and then notice what happens.
What have you done?
I brought you here to finish you off, Guardian.
Still haven't learned, have you?
Here comes one of
Anything
my
that
favorite
you do
voice
to
lines in the
me
whole game.
happens to you as well. You and I are one. We're connected. The only difference is that you are weak.
And you care.
Do we care?
I will dominate because I don't care.
All of Britannia and anything else that I choose will be mine to use and destroy as I see fit.
Alright, so now we have to pick up 3 shards of the portal he came through, say the words of Armageddon, and that will be the end of this monstrosity of a avatar. Guardian, sorry. Don't know why I'm mixing those two up. So I have to place these here, watch a few cutscenes, and some people we haven't met are doing stuff at places we haven't been. So basically they're putting the glyphs back in, which are like making the columns into like things that purify virtues. Doing good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, again, we saw like one of these half-ish, almost.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Go ahead.
Yeah, we have a $5 donation from Player64. They say, if they complete Gothic without any crashes, I'll make another donation. They're sending this donation towards the Gothic Polish language option, but the German option is still in the lead.
Seems like this is the PC crashing block.
Right now, even as we speak, your columns are being cleansed. They're being turned so they nurture the virtues rather than
I didn't even
corrupt
need to explain this.
Yeah,
That
got to explain.
means nothing. Your friends are too late. This is all too late. It is impossible to defeat me now.
So he wanted those moons, or the moons, to crash into the world and kill everyone.
Of course, of course.
The ending of the game is like so different
Too
from,
late, you
from
say?
everything else, honestly.
Yeah.
Moons didn't collide.
It's almost
Their
as if it
orbits are
was
no
like
longer
cobbled
decaying.
together, which it was,
Face
so it makes
Guardian.
sense.
Everything that you set in motion, we have reversed.
No!
No!
That's impossible. Your friends have
Magus,
only temporarily
the magic
forestalled their
words
fate.
of Armageddon.
All right, we should have time coming up in very soon. When the game freezes in just a second.
You're gonna have to hit the button then.
And time.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Perfect. So that's actually supposed to be an ending cutscene, but I guess the game crashed.
Yeah.
Well, that is the end of the game.
Yeah.
All right, thank you everyone for watching, and I'm sorry I went over time a little bit.
It's
but
fine.
I hope you had fun. I certainly did.
It's all good. Yeah.
And thanks ESA for choosing my run, and see you around. If anyone wants to come up, have a chat with me in the venue, please feel free. I'd love to meet people. All right.
See you around.
Cheers. Bye.
Very cool.